We would just like to thank our beautiful patrons. With their support, we are able to make the NPC Gamecast and Colosseum. We would also like to mention the video you're about to watch is for fun and is no way meant to be taken seriously. Enjoy. NPC Part 2 of the Gamecast, also known as the Colosseum. Cue us in, Aaron.
Fuck it. We need music. You don't have the music lined up. What's the point?
We haven't done the music for ages. Colosseum.
Colosseum. It's the new hip
We're
and
gonna
funky version.
make a theme song.
Definitely need something. Either way, I'm your host Kane. To my left, Aaron.
Hey.
To his left, Martinez.
Oh yeah?
So Mexican. To his left.
I was about to say so Mexican.
We gotta add Mexican in there.
No, you really don't. It's enough.
As long as just keep adding on to that photo and I'll keep calling it whatever.
What can
Just
I add to make him Mexican? Taco?
Mexican?
No, I'll add the name, but I need to add something to the photo.
What's the hat
No.
called?
Give him a moustache.
Yeah, give him a moustache.
Just a draw on moustache.
Nice.
Oh, no, a taco. Yeah, taco.
Just put a taco in there.
Taco moustache.
Massage.
Moustache.
Taco massage.
Taco moustache. It's nice. Alright, my name is Missy and I make pictures.
I win,
Okay.
and I win things.
And I win things. Please hire me.
Scum.
Alright. Also, if you're listening to this on the free feeds, then check out the Patreon. You get this stuff all a week earlier, as well as depending on what tier, you get exclusive something.
You might hear a joke that the free people aren't hearing.
Just
You
one.
might not. I'm not gonna lie or not lie, but you never know.
Prove me wrong. And
Listen to
Patrons,
both.
thank you so much. Let's get into it. So, what is the
Yeehaw.
movie for this week?
AI Artificial Intelligence.
This week was Drama
Oh yeah.
by The Wheel.
Rubbish, sorry. It's what the wheel asked for, and it's what we got.
I was unfortunately away last week, so I didn't actually get to vote or suggest a movie. So this is where we went.
Alright,
Nothing wrong with this movie. It's a good movie.
go down. Let's get into it's 2000. Sorry, it's a drama sci-fi. It was released 2001.
Draw sci-fi.
What?
Draw sci-fi.
A draw sci-fi.
Yeah.
The dry fire.
7.1 on IMDb. 4 out of 4 by Roger Ebert.
Who is this guy?
Who's Roger Ebert?
And
you,
who does
Hold on.
out of 4?
you
What?
fucking arrogant cunt. Your
And why
site
is it
named
4?
after you.
Has he only got 4 fingers? That would make a lot more sense.
4 fingers up your ass.
Okay. Oh, he's dead.
Yay! Go back now.
Yay.
About time.
Good. He doesn't know how to rate shit.
Yeah, 4 out of
4,
4. What is
dickhead.
that?
And a 73 on Rotten Tomatoes, 91% Google.
Nice.
It's directed by Steven Spielberg.
Nice.
What was the budget at? Is it 100 million budget? And it made a box office of 235 million.
Let's read some reviews. I'm just kidding.
Let's not
I
read
really
the
don't
reviews.
care.
They're fucking garbage. Unlike this one.
This one is great. Our review is the best
So
review.
was this movie based off of short stories?
It was based off a short story that then got turned into a screenplay sort of thing that then got turned into a movie.
It was based off a few things, not just this one short story either. It was based off a poem. It was like parts of it were based off a poem. There was another Japanese part of it, but that's something based off some Japanese part.
Basically Pinocchio, but shit.
It was actually written by Stanley Kubrick.
It was actually written by Pinocchio.
So it was based.
Pinocchio wrote a movie, and this is it.
It was based on a short story from 1969, but then I believe that the screenplay took a lot more inspiration from different things and was like, cool idea, but I'm gonna fuck with it. And then we ended up with that.
Alright. Looks like Aaron's going to be the Martin of this episode.
The movie should have finished 20 minutes early.
And Martin is the new Aaron.
Alright, so I
Take
get
us away.
the feeling.
People.
So who wants to describe what this movie's about?
Martin.
Actually, well, I guess saying Pinocchio is probably a
It is pretty much Pinocchio.
pretty close way.
Sweetie, it's not Pinocchio.
He gets created by the guy,
Yes.
then he ends up coming back to said guy.
He wants to be a real boy.
And then he throws himself off a building, exactly like Pinocchio.
Looking for the blue fairy.
Yeah.
He's pretty dumb though. Like, how did he not know that that was not a person?
He's a
Jeez.
child.
He's not even he has the emotional maturity of a baby in a child's body.
A bridge baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bridge baby.
You're a fucking bridge baby.
Oh, thank you.
You're
You too.
You're the bridge baby that they should have thrown out.
They tried. I came back, crawled up the drain pipe.
Jesus.
A strong bridge baby.
So strong.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, if you haven't listened to the podcast before listening to this,
You suck.
you'll never understand Bridge Baby.
You're an
Moving
idiot.
on.
All right. He's the first of his kind,
Hopefully the last.
Obviously not.
a robotic boy created to actually feel love.
I think you should
Yes.
explain the world though. There's already robots.
There's already robots.
But there's no children robots. It's limited to adult robots
I
who
know, what a
cannot.
fucking
No,
discriminate
I think there are. Like, a lot of people said there isn't children robots, but the Loverbot did make mention that there's female bots his age.
Did he?
I did not hear that.
No, I
I
didn't.
swear he did.
I thought there was no
swear
children
that's
bots.
Wishful thinking.
You're just hoping
What
that.
are you saying?
Look,
No
I
one
have to
else
agree.
said.
It's definitely wishful thinking.
What, a lover robot of a 13-year-old.
Yes.
Hey, you started it.
Aaron's not interested because it's not half horse.
13, still old.
All right.
Right.
How far in the future are we?
Keep my kids away from you.
How far in the future is this set?
Too old.
Set in
Third
2021, I think.
Did you say the third
It's not-
century?
Is it 23rd
Okay.
century?
No, I think it's 2201 or something like that.
2022.
No,
2201.
2201.
Ah, okay.
When is it?
It's after the fucking, what's it called?
22nd century.
Like, let's
Blah,
just say
blah,
New
blah,
Mutants
blah,
may
blah.
have
Oh,
released.
it's 100 years. So that's 21, 22 then.
No, because they're saying there's a 100-year gap between the air when he jumps off falls off the building, and then when those other people come and wake him
He
up.
was in there
That
for
was
2,000
That's
years.
2,000
years
years.
later.
Was it 2000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little
I
bit
didn't
more.
pay much attention. to
Late,
the time.
late in the 22nd century.
Yeah.
Like rising sea levels, global warming, fucked up Amsterdam.
Poor Amsterdam.
Yep.
Flooded.
Just flooded. Also
Fuck
mention
it.
this movie is 146 minutes. The doozy.
It's heaps of minutes.
Because
Yeah.
that whole middle section was added by Steven Spielberg when he got told he was making it.
The Vegas scene.
No.
The middle section.
The middle's
Yeah,
the
what's the
Flash Fair.
middle? Oh, okay.
Ah, the flesh fair.
He added that in. He took some like a small part out and added that whole section in.
Oh, that's cool. I think
So-
that adds to it a lot.
Yeah, I liked that.
So yeah, Stanley Kubrick wrote everything up until that, and then everything after that.
Wait, Orange guy.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
Stanley.
Stanley Kubrick. This was actually his.
Another one of his fucking fuck ups.
He was
No,
gonna
great idea. This one was actually executed well.
he was gonna produce it, but I think he started getting too old or sick at that point.
That's good
Because
to
it was
know.
the end of his life.
Ah.
And then Steven Spielberg took
Yeah,
over.
good.
Yeah, sounds like the guy had some interesting ideas.
Alright, well, set in the future, there's a lot of robots because global warming and there's no food, so it made sense to have robot workers because obviously they don't eat.
Look, even if it wasn't global warming and all that, we're still going to have robot workers.
Yeah.
Can't wait for him.
But yeah, this guy pitches the idea of a child because you're not really allowed to have children unless you're wealthy or important.
You have to have a license.
You have to get a license to breed,
Aaron's
which is
perfect
such
situation.
a good idea.
This is really good.
But
I'm liking
yeah,
this world.
you could buy a robot child that would never age, and you could program it
Well,
to
you-
love you.
You couldn't. This was the first. This was the idea. Like,
You don't program it to love you.
No, you
you
do.
let it imprint on you,
Yeah,
and then it just loves you.
yeah. Well, you program it, sort of.
you don't do any programming.
You had to say some words. That's hard.
If anything, I
Not
thought,
hard.
Those words
You had to
were
caress
weird.
the back of his neck and everything.
what happened if you wanted it to imprint on two people?
Too bad. One parent's always favoured, so
No,
That's
you
just
just
sad.
say one eye on him, one eye on me.
yeah. And it's
Do
like,
it.
Well, did
And
she
listen.
say both names?
No,
No, she said her name and the kid's name.
Ah, okay.
Monica David, Monica David, David Monica. Exactly like that.
That's rude.
To be fair, the dad is awful. Fuck
I know.
off. Be gone.
Firstly, he brought the
Hold
child
on.
there.
Hold on. Yes, it was an awful thing,
Yeah.
but his
It
heart
was out of love.
His heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
Just because his wife was grieving.
I think he wanted an easy fix.
Don't we all?
Because I don't think it had been that long since the asshole was in the coma.
But this
The
sick.
asshole.
Why
Yeah,
he-
no,
their
he-
actual son's a piece of shit.
He
Why
was
did
in
they
that
even
coma
bring
for a
him back
while.
home?
Can I also just point out that his name is Martin? Anyway.
Should have left him frozen.
Yeah, so he's frozen in a pod. And she just reads to him. God fucking damn. Keep going, I'll take her.
What?
Bowsy. Can you do me a quick favour, man? Can you shut the door to that room?
Yeah, it's great. Awesome.
Well, we got stray dogs. Stray dogs getting up in our business.
Aaron's offspring are here.
What?
Your offspring.
My offspring?
The dogs.
I just worked out what you said, cunt.
Well,
Have you guys heard of a thing called Reddit?
yes.
Your cunt.
Did they destroy it? The room.
What the fuck am I looking at here?
You're still recording.
Yeah.
That was your choice.
Oh, fucking hell, it's your desktop now.
You guys can talk.
We were sad without you.
We've got the
True.
host.
You guys are pretty incompetent.
We're artificial and you're the intelligence.
In this situation, yes.
No.
Highly yes.
I don't know.
We're the army.
MCUU, bitch.
I'll say things wrong, as long as I say things.
Just to fill the void.
Yes. Void be filled.
Where the fuck were we up to? Oh yeah, making people.
Naked?
Making?
Ah.
Making robot people, not naked. I don't know. The guy, excuse me, wake up.
God.
So yeah, their kid's in a coma. They get told that he'll never wake up. So he's like, "Hey, honey, I get you, robot child." It's a prototype. They pick him because he's a loyal employee of the robot company and because they have a family tragedy. So he's a good test. And yeah, it's all going pretty good until
Martin comes home.
Yeah, until the kid gets
well,
there.
yeah, it's annoying because the dad is like, "Here, take this replacement and stop being a sad bitch." And then the minute she actually starts getting attached to it, it's like,
He's
It wasn't-
annoyed.
yeah,
It
he's like,
wasn't the
"Why?"
minute though.
He's like, "Why are you paying attention to that thing? I want to go to a party."
So I had this with Rachel. It's like it wasn't instant. He didn't understand why she was treating him like a child, which
Yeah.
that's what he's there for.
Hmm.
But he didn't actually start getting annoyed until after Martin came home and he convinced the child to take a lock of the hair.
He was pretty rude though, like when they were going to the party and that, and he was like, "Ugh, what are you doing up there? Just lock it in the bedroom." He was.
He never
I mean,
considered it anything other than a machine.
Yeah.
That's what he works with. So
Yeah, yeah.
I can understand him doing that, treating it like a machine, because to him it is a machine.
And Martin does that with people, so...
So yeah, to her she had actually grown attached to it at that point.
Yeah.
So
Which was the point.
Which was the
Yeah.
point, but I don't
And he
know
was
why he brought it home. I
jealous.
really don't.
I know. He thought he was doing the right thing.
Like, I don't understand how they thought that that tragedy was the perfect scenario. It should have been someone that had wanted a child and hasn't been able to have one for a long time.
Right? Not a
Yeah.
replacement kid.
Like,
but
what
they
the
did
fuck?
did also base it on his loyalty. They're like, his loyalty is like 90%.
yeah, they based it on people in the
What does that
thing.
even mean? I'm 90%
Were they
loyal.
just choosing from employees?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much?
it was just
That was
employees.
it was an inside
Yeah.
beta, basically.
Yeah.
Little kid's beta.
In-house beta.
Yeah, that kid's a beta, right?
How pissed would that company have been when she did what she did with him then?
Yeah, well, she was so fucking dumb.
But I think the guy who made it understood completely because he was working with her to like try and find it. Because he was basically, they always got told that if he got returned because he had imprinted on her, he couldn't be
Resold.
repurposed. So it was kind
Well,
of
it
like,
could be repurposed, but it would be kind of sick.
They would have had to wipe his memory.
yeah,
No, you don't wipe his memory. I'm just saying, like, he'd be unhappy and sad,
yeah,
Ah, yeah.
but you could keep him as a pet.
yeah. So
What
like,
you
if
would do
you're
to any child.
if you're a
So just a
kidnapper,
love slave.
you're a kidnapper. You want to have people in your dungeon. You get a child that's been taken away from its mum.
If you have a child that you don't want anymore, give it
As
to
of
Aaron.
that,
He'll
like,
make use
don't-
for it.
Don't program things to actually feel. That's
Yeah, I know.
it. Make it all simulated.
No. Like, you can program it to feel, but it needs enough time to become emotionally stable and not a fucking baby in a 10-year-old's body
What kind of
that
baby?
doesn't understand how to cope with what it's feeling,
Yeah.
and it has the ability to fucking jump off of buildings.
Look, you go to the jumping off buildings, but like in the beginning, he's a bit weird. But he seemed
It's
like
because he doesn't know anything.
yeah, I know. But I thought, wouldn't he learn faster?
He did.
But he's still designed to learn at one age forever. He can't progress past anything.
Why not? Was that part of it? Like he can't become smart or anything.
He could never be like...
He would be smart. Yeah, he basically has perfect recall.
Yeah, so he'd become like child genius, but with really dumb emotional maturity.
His teddy bear toy was smarter than
We
him.
don't actually know how his emotional
upsetting.
maturity may have evolved over time.
I mean, he
But-
made a copy of himself and had a shit fit, so...
He did, and just destroy the copy of himself, which is
No
kind of
hesitation.
fucked.
He's
yeah.
like, you can't have her, and it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Read with me, and he's like, fucking die, lamphead. So you know.
Sturdy lamp.
That's what I pictured Kane to be like if he ever met his doppelganger.
Yeah, it's going to end a lot differently.
Yeah, I know. I know how I'll add for that.
Yeah, it's gonna end with them naked in a very intimate setting.
Intimate
Or
setting.
just wherever they
Yeah,
are
just
when
wherever.
they meet.
Mm.
True. As long as I'm there, I don't mind where it is.
That's weird.
I'd probably be too stupid if I
Why
was
is it weirder that thinking that you'd want to join in?
I don't want to join in. I want to watch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Fisties and wristies.
Look, but don't touch.
Look for that.
No.
That's what he says. You can look but don't touch.
I'll be like the mum in Mean Girls. I'll be like, "Do you need anything, sweetie? Condoms? Like a drink?"
Alright. Let's jump forward to the real kid's a cunt. They should just
Yeah,
get rid
Martin.
of him.
He deserves everything he got.
Lizzie McGuire's little brother.
Mm.
Mm.
What was the main thing that kicked him out? Oh, the drowning? Was it the drowning?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's
after
what was
that.
upsetting because everything that happened that made them want to get rid of him in the end for being a danger was all Martin's fault.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no.
The
To
scissors
be
of the
fair,
hair, the drowning.
the
was-
stabbing
that's his
wasn't really
cunt
his
friends.
fault. And to be fair, he was standing up for him. He was like, "Yeah, don't do that." Like when they were poking him and they were going to look at his
It's
tiny
because he
robot
cares
genitals.
he cares for it more than they do. They're obviously super cunts, and children in this age are just born cunts. And he was just less cunt than them.
But I think he was getting used to him. I almost think
No.
he was starting.
still
to
would've
get a bit
treated him-
better.
After that scene with the food, that's why he made him get do the hair thing, because he got
Mm.
started getting jealous because the mum was holding.
Yeah, I
the way-
noticed
Yeah.
that.
So
I know he was still a douche, but I don't know. I still kind of got the feeling that he was like, I don't like this thing and I am jealous of it, but I also don't want other people picking on it. Like in the way that you
It seemed
protect a
like-
sibling.
He kind of realized maybe that's not just a machine.
Yeah, like it's not fair.
Yeah.
You know, like you're picking on something that can't defend itself kind of thing. But then, of course, that all goes out the window when it accidentally
Also,
drowns you.
fuck those kids in that eating scene. My god, I want them both to die. I want them both to choke right then and there.
Can we also just mention Haley's non-blinking?
Oh shit, the non-blinking is so good.
He's like 11 or 12 in this movie, and he actually trained himself to not blink.
Hmm.
Like, and Kane, after I read that out to him, watched his eyes the whole
watched-
time, and he doesn't blink.
Did he never blink?
I'm pretty sure he never blinked.
How did they not program
No,
in blinking?
he didn't blink when he was up like close up shots and stuff like that.
Mm.
You can actually see him blink in certain scenes when you're
I
like,
never
really,
saw him blink.
really far away.
The only time I saw him blink was when he's killing the other version of him. He's got his eyes closed.
Yeah,
So it's not really a blink, but
it's a long blink. It's the only blink he does for 100 years. He's like, better make it a good one. Ah!
Jesus. 2,000 years.
2,000-year blink. That's another thing. He was under the ice for 2,000 years and didn't even blink because he had to just keep his eyes on that fairy just in case.
Even when it was pitch black.
Yeah, he's like, I think she's there. Come on, lady, help me.
That's when the movie should have actually ended then.
You reckon?
feels like it was going to.
No, that's when it should have ended. Because then it became craziness. And, like, I almost thought it was an okay movie until then.
That
no,
ending.
I like the other end.
Rachel and I are having an argument. What do you think they are?
They're aliens.
Robots.
They're
Aliens?
I thought they were aliens.
They're robots.
No,
Yeah,
they're
they're
robots.
robots.
They're the robots that took over the world when all the humans died.
yeah.
They evolved.
Oh, I
They
didn't
started
read that
evolving
newspaper.
themselves.
Yeah.
No, I feel like every time I've watched it, other than this time, I've been like, oh, aliens came to Earth. But then when I watched it this time, I'm like, oh, this is what's happened. We made so many robots with artificial intelligence, they eventually become these beings, and they're all that's left after the end of the world.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
'Cause
Except
Rachel-
for the fact the way they look then.
Rachel was saying they're aliens as well.
They're just
they're not-
humanoid. Like
Well,
they've designed
They're what
themselves to.
future robots created.
Yeah,
They're the like creations of many generations of robots creating better versions of themselves.
and because they haven't
So they
seen
became
humans.
sticks in the end.
No, but they haven't seen humans for 2,000 years. They're
They
kind of
would
like,
still
we know what they look
How
like.
would they not know what one
Not
looked like?
2,000 years, but it's a long time.
Yeah, you know.
Like, how would they not know what one looked like?
They
No,
do
but
know
they
what they
do,
look like.
but they want to be a better. That's obviously their
That's why
most
they're
efficient version.
They're still in their form because they still considered them like geniuses.
The most
They're creators.
efficient form would just be a cube. Not really.
They
just
travel
a
in
cube.
cubes.
How
Yeah, I know
am I-
they travel in cubes.
How am I going to roll around like a cube?
Fine, just a perfect sphere.
Yeah, they're going to pick things up.
How am I going to stop rolling?
They don't have to. There's fucking anti-gravity.
Ugh.
Amy's like,
You
what's
see
going
the way
on?
they cut through the ice? They have no problem doing a lot of things.
Amy's
It's-
like, what's going on at the end? I'm like, well, you see, they're robot archaeologists digging up this fucking robot that decided to sit here looking at this fairy
Fairy.
thing. And I'm like, it's fucking rubbish. They should be shot for having made this movie.
Then why didn't think it was that bad? I
It's
actually liked
such
it.
a weird ending. It's that kind of ending that I would just joke about and go like, it should end like this, like the blah blah blah. No, they actually made it. The fucking weirdos.
You're
It's because they
actually-
needed it to end happy.
You're actually the Martin of this movie.
Yeah.
You're going to
No,
bring the
the
score
movie
down
should have
so bad.
ended with him looking at the fucking fairy, which
No,
is already.
he is right. It should have ended there.
No,
And-
it,
and it should have
could
been a sad
ended
ending.
there.
No, it should have been. It should have been. The movie was sad. It should have ended there. And
It
been
could have ended
really
there,
fucked.
but it's sadder him having the last day with his mum and then finally going to sleep.
No, that's much happier than him
No, that's sad.
staring at her and never getting it.
It's so sad.
Effectively, he
Never.
never got what he wanted anyway.
He still got more. He got at least a nice
He
part
got
of
an
it.
acknowledgement of love from it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wanted to know that he was loved.
And what about their explanation why she only had one day? Because in all of space time, you can only exist once or some bullshit.
Yeah.
But we know that you can genetically create a person, a duplicate
no.
of them.
So they could do the body
But
over
not
and
the-
over again,
not
but
the
not the soul. That was their thing. The soul. They were bringing the
They
actual
never said
soul back.
soul. They just said the memories ingrained in space time.
Yeah.
So they could
But
bring.
you can only use it once.
Yeah.
Why can you use it once more at all?
It's like a match. One use.
That's used. They're restriking the match and get one more day out of it.
Yeah.
Like, no, the fact is, up until this point, the
It was
whole
all bullshit
movie-
and gibberish.
No, but the movie was really smart and it was all executed well, and most things pretty much made sense. But yeah, when they got to that,
Still
that
arguable,
ending,
but it was an alright
I
movie.
think it's until the
God.
fish.
it's until the fish started
Yeah.
carrying
When
him
the
was
fish are
definitely when
carrying
I was
him.
like, "What's going on now?"
I feel
No.
like the whole movie, I'm like, this is great. I love this movie still. Everything like has still held up. And then he falls onto the school of fish and they carry him to the blue fairy. And I'm like,
They
oh, fuck
tried
this
to
movie.
turn the
Did-
movie into some kind of weird fairy tale,
gonna say,
modern fairy tale.
The fish. They didn't carry him to the blue fairy. Didn't he just see like
Yeah, he
the,
saw her over
Pinno-
the horizon.
the
kind of thing.
Pinocchio
Yeah, the
sign
Pinocchio.
and the,
yeah.
the theme park?
So he knew where to go from there. But
I felt like the fish were
fucking fish-
robotic.
But at first, I was wondering if they were, because I was like, "Why are they going up?" All right, they're going up to him now. They're carrying him. Why are they carrying him?
Part of it, I was like, okay, he's fallen onto them and he's just trapped in the school. But if something fell into a school of fish, they would scatter and then reform and swim away. Like they wouldn't just be like, guess
Also,
they're
they
carrying
came. They
this.
came up to him. He didn't even fall into them.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing was strange.
Yeah.
Then I was like, maybe it's because they know that he's silver underneath. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense, bitch. Anyway, it's fine. I was
Like,
just really angry about the
I
fish.
felt like they were trying to do something like thought provoking and
yeah.
fairy tale-ish. But the rest of the movie hadn't been that way.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a very
scientific.
sad,
felt
dark movie.
Completely like out of left field.
hmm
Just for them to like change gears and suddenly like it's fairy tale-ish.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
weird. But yeah, even that change in gears would have been alright if it had the sad ending with him just looking at the fairy. But we skipped all the way to the end anyway. It's probably my
Well,
fault.
It's the most, I would say, important part is because
the flesh
movie
fair was
up
pretty
Yeah,
until
what
that
about
felt good.
the flesh fair and the
But all of that
the
made
relationship with the
sense.
lover-bot?
Yeah, all of that
Mhm.
made
Jude
sense.
Law's
Felt
so
good.
good.
It felt like all the characters all fit, and it was true. When it got to that weird ending,
Yeah, but the
even
like,
before,
there's other things like the lover-bot. Why was it like when the guy murdered his wife? It wasn't pinned on him. You're a fucking robot, you should have been able to have something recorded and be able to play it back.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I thought as well.
that's
Defend yourself.
That's a privacy thing. You wouldn't be able to record anything because the clients you see are in private.
They would have a way
No,
to get information out of the robot.
The way it is, though, they don't have any rights. So the minute something sus happens and you're the last person that was supposed to see that person alive, it's like he's fucked.
No.
He knew he was fucked, and that's why that guy didn't even care. He knew that the robot was fucked too. He strolled out of there casual
Yeah, but that's what's weird about the world. That makes no sense.
But it's like,
It
we
could have
don't
been
treat
explained.
them... I just saw it as we don't treat them anything
but-
close to people.
But I'm just saying we had to feel that in ourselves instead of it being kind of.
But I feel like
Fine.
it was obvious.
I didn't think it because
It's
I had
not
the same.
obvious.
I had the
It
same
makes no
mind.
sense.
I was like, why didn't he record it? All right,
He
they
could
don't
change his
record.
hair at will, but there's
Why-
no way for him to prove his innocence.
You can't record prostitutes.
He's not recording a prostitute.
He's recording it.
Yeah, but he can't record a client.
It wasn't a client. It was a murderer. He could have recorded him saying that.
But he shouldn't even have a camera or anything, any recording device. He
His
shouldn't have
vision
anything.
records it into his memory.
Oh, actually, that's
It's-
a good point. He should be able to. Well, I suppose the alien robot things could read minds.
Yeah,
Surely
well-
they can plug a USB into his asshole and be
in
like, "What did you
2000
see?"
In 2,000 years, he'll be cleared.
No, but the point is, if the kid can fucking talk like the people over the phone just
can
by
become
touching
hands-free.
it,
Throw up pictures.
he should be able to recall in his memory and go,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. These are word for word what this guy
Yeah,
said.
No,
Unless it
that
is
is one I
cutting
picked up
corners.
as well. That was one part I didn't, but I just chose.
It's really
to-
weird. Like, he didn't even try to clear himself. Like, he was just like, I'm fucking out of here. I've cut my fucking ID out. I'm out. And I'm running straight to where they fucking have these shows.
I don't
Because
know.
The
that
only
makes the
thing-
most
the
sense.
only
He
thing
didn't
you can
run to
take
that
from
on
it
purpose, though.
is no. The only thing you take from it is maybe it has happened to others before, and they really don't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Yeah, go somewhere else.
But I mean, it could go either way. The point is they just didn't explain it. That's
Yeah.
the weak part. there.
Why didn't he run to the fucking desert? He already believed that when the humans die off, they'll be still alive, right? And there was one guy that had been alive for like 75 years that looked like a fucking tin
It
can.
looked like it was from Fallout.
So why doesn't this guy just go to some abandoned building and hibernate for fucking 800 years?
He probably was. That's what he thought he was doing because the flesh fair moves.
He went straight to where the flesh fair was.
He
And-
just happened to run to where the flesh fair.
And what? The flesh fair just happened to be where all these fucking
Don't
weird
say.
robots.
I hate when people say things just happen because the whole point of a movie is things just happening. That's the way a lot of movies are.
No, but this is where all the junk robots are obviously dropped off in the middle of nowhere. That's why the flesh fair is there, because they get easy sources of
No,
robots.
the flesh fair
Yeah.
moves around. They
We
were
don't know
saying
how
that.
far that moon carried all those robots.
Also, he's a posh lover boy. He wouldn't know that he's accidentally walking into the graveyard
He like
where
trusted the
robots
kid
go.
on everything. Also, they have like no impulse. The kid was the only one who had like any real impulse of anything.
Well, they were
Like-
running. They didn't want to be
Yeah, well,
captured.
there's the impulse of "Don't hurt me," the DOS system.
They've got
whatever they call it.
self-preservation,
DOS.
yeah.
Yeah.
Danger avoidance system.
But he had like no idea about
DOS is
direction or
good.
anything like that.
And it made no sense that the old ones wanted to run away.
old
Because
ones.
they, like the 75-year-old one, they wouldn't have been that advanced to that point.
They might have been. They might, because I reckon that's the way robots are going to go for us in real life. Is we're probably going to make them too advanced at first and then dumb it back down.
But won't it be like the first thing you give them? Because imagine you spend, it's like, finally, a $35,000 robot for the family to do chores. Oh, and it slept on the iron. It's dead. You can't touch hot things. It sat in the fire. You know, you've got to have some sort
The
of...
first robots wouldn't be like that at all, especially that ugly-looking
The head one.
trash can thing.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
How
a worker
dare you.
bot, though.
He-
Yeah,
was
exactly.
beautiful.
It would have just been like it does what you say, and it doesn't do anything that it wants to do because it doesn't have consciousness.
Like the
These
robots
other
we
ones,
have
like the
now.
Loverbot, they were conscious.
He was
They were
one-
self-aware.
Yeah, he was one of the latest ones though.
They didn't have feelings like the boy,
Yeah, yeah.
but they were definitely self-aware, and which is the point. And like that's why you were supposed to feel bad for them, is because they weren't just robots; they were alive in a sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was just too many things that I didn't like about it, and it was sci-fi, and I forgave all that until the craziness when they tried to turn it into a fairy tale,
Yeah.
and then even after that, it's like 2,000 years later. I'm like, 2,000 years later? Why is this still going?
This movie
and the
probably would've
narration.
been, like,
What was that weird narration at the end?
You needed to know.
This is not a fairy tale.
Yeah, I feel like Jude Law should have done that bit, not that random dude. Because I was like, the narration was irritating, and I'm like, okay, why is this here when we haven't had it for the whole other movie part? But then I was like, well, at least have a familiar voice, for fuck's sake. Like, who is this?
It'd be considered maybe like a modern fairy tale is what they were going for?
The end of it felt that way, but the beginning wasn't like that at all.
No, but even the beginning sometimes felt like horror, okay? With the way that kid was just watching her and following her. I thought he was going to snap and kill someone.
Yeah.
Like,
It would have made for better watching.
You don't know. That's what I mean. It almost felt like the movie was kind of a bit pieced together or had some thrown in ideas from different areas.
That was my take, is that it felt mixed, like too many people had their fingers in the pie. But
when really
there was a
just be
lot
one
of
dick.
individual things that I really liked. Like, I definitely liked the way it looked. Like, it was visually appealing as
pretty good
as
for,
a movie.
For
the time, yeah. I agree.
2001? Yeah.
You know the Robin Williams part?
Yeah.
That was recorded like 3 years before the movie was even made.
Really?
Yeah. He did that with Stanley Kubrick's part when he was planning on directing it, and had it all done, ready to go, because he knew there might not be a chance he could do something, just like because he was in a lot of movies at that point.
It wasn't just Robin Williams. Just
these
in a
robot.
cage.
Yeah,
no, he's just in a cage. He's some old dude in a cage. They pull back the curtain and he turns around. He's like, "Hello, do you need answers?" He's
weird.
got encyclopedias all around him.
Should have been the Bicentennial Man.
That's what I was thinking, just sitting there.
I want to watch that now.
Some of the robots in this look like the Bicentennial Man type of robots as well, in the Flash Fair area.
They definitely focused on that girl too much with the face and the hair.
Yeah,
like she runs up and then does the side view and her head's missing. Like, yeah,
that was
They just wanted to show that.
Yeah,
though.
they wanted to go,
and that did make an impact when the movie first came out.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that was impressive at the time.
That's what I mean. I still think now is actually the CGI and all that still holds up pretty well. It's pretty strong.
It's pretty impressive. Like, it's better than some of the shit that comes out.
Like, the CGI is great
like...
with Jude Law. Like, fuck, man, he almost looks real. His fucking character looks like a CGI character. He's so smooth.
That was the point, though, is that even the best models didn't have skin that looked like the boys. The boy was designed to be as realistic as possible.
Yeah, even their hair was, like, weird. And it's like, what, you can do wigs, so you have real wigs that people can buy, but you can't put hair on a robot? Fuck off. His hair, like, look at it. His hair's fucking drawn on. You're gonna tell me you couldn't get him a wig?
No. That's his choice to look that way, because you see him when he had the blonde hair.
Yeah, he had slightly more realistic hair, but it was still weird on the sides.
I'd say no, that might have been one of the only CGI scenes that looked a bit weird, was the changing of the hair color and the shake. If you see it, actually kind of looked a bit blurred.
Yeah, but it looked exactly like when they did the hair change in The Craft.
In The Craft. Ah,
she just goes like that, and
I have to see that again, but I remember it looking good.
Nope, it looks exactly like Jude Law doing it.
It's Jude Law.
It's Jude Law.
Doesn't he look like J-pop, how they do their makeup and it's like no imperfections whatsoever?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's such an interesting little critter.
But if it wasn't for Teddy, he would be my favorite character.
They put too much sparkle in his makeup.
I want
too.
Teddy.
I love Teddy.
Teddy's so good.
When I first heard Teddy's voice, I was like, "Fuck, what the hell?" But after a while, it just
grew on you. Yeah,
and I
Teddy
ended up
was like the
loving him.
real winner in this fucking movie.
I like.
You know what? That's why I like the ending, because Teddy got to live and be there and be treated well and so.
And then
supportive.
the kid decided to go to sleep forever, and Teddy's all alone.
Yeah,
I don't know. Teddy
he got
might
to
have been
patch
happy
himself
though.
up. He's got his fucking his needle and string.
He's self-repairing. It was great.
I know. Amy loved that too. She said it was like the saddest thing ever.
And he just sits there.
Yeah, she's like, "That's so sad."
Is that even in the movie? Oh, that's just them showing their art, all their costumes together.
Yeah.
I don't remember her at all.
He walks past her and says,
Hey Jane, how's the game?
Yeah.
Hey Joe, what do you know?
Opposite way around.
Yeah, I know.
I found my fucking Mary.
Not allowed to use her. She wasn't in it long enough.
Yeah.
She still counts.
She doesn't count. You gotta fuck the mum. Or Teddy.
Look, yeah, spoilers. Teddy is one of them.
And it ain't the kill.
Yeah, well, we're all killing Martin.
Yay!
Yeah, I know. I'll fucking drown in myself.
We all grab him as a group, and it's like
Just
a
fully
mass
bugged out.
suicide as long as we kill Martin.
I think because this is a sci-fi and AI movie, it already hits like a certain home for you, something you really enjoy, and like that question.
Oh, the theme alone
is
why it's getting more than 1 point in
But
personal.
I reckon that's the reason why it would get high, but it'd also be why it would get low, because if it's not done right or what you feel is
weird,
right.
very like it's really drove a wedge in there, like that I can't take it out. It frustrated me.
Because
the end
ending
is
like,
what affects your opinion of the entire thing.
No.
Like when you have a bad taste in your mouth at the end of a meal, it ruined the whole meal.
For me,
It
no,
does, it
I
does.
I 100% agree. The ending can ruin things, but at the same time, I can usually let go of endings. Like if it's a TV show, a lot of the time, like if the ending isn't that great, it doesn't stop me from enjoying the TV show. Like I'll watch them, and like if the third movie is bad, it doesn't stop the first two movies being good, kind of thing.
But in the only movie,
But
and
in
it's
the
not
only,
a
but I was
series,
just thinking like, so
and
we
it
just
dragged
had it
on
with,
for what this?
We just had it with Game of Thrones, where I'm like, oh fuck me, going back and rewatching it is not something I find a treat now.
Oh, you just don't have to fucking watch the last season ever again.
That's my thing. Where
Just pretend it ended after the fucking
this
season
though,
before.
I would say like if you turn it off right as where he's staring at the blue fairy,
That would have been fine.
it was a fucking dark ending. But I kind of feel like that's what the movie was going for. That's
Yeah.
what it felt like it was going for.
I feel like that's where it ended, and then they're like, we can't leave it like that.
It does feel like a weird tacked on part, doesn't it?
Mm.
Like it was maybe an afterthought.
Like, this is the weird alternate ending, and they decided to make it the actual ending.
It's an alternate ending that goes for another 20 minutes.
I know! Fuck me, I don't know why they did it, but whatever.
Because it had to have an happy ending, because most of the movie was not
I don't
happy.
see it as a
I
happy
didn't-
ending.
Over
I see
here,
it as a happy ending.
over here, this movie's rated M. In America, it's PG.
I would say because it's all...
I'd say Americans don't know how to feel.
like, there's no blood, but it's pretty dark themes. Like, she does just leave
That's
a
what I'm
kid in a forest.
Yeah.
No, but what about the fucking tipping acid onto the robots?
Yeah, that's pretty...
Like, they're sentient, they're self-aware.
Sentient enough.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
I was
self-aware. They know they exist.
Yeah.
Because
The
he
ones even like,
specifically-
turn off my pain receptors,
Yeah,
please.
that's what I was gonna say. That's so fucked that he had to ask. The fact that he can ask is good though.
He's like,
That's
I was on
great.
time. I was on Time.
I was
Magazines.
Times Robot of the Year.
75 years ago
Yeah.
or something.
But that's fucked. That they're just killing him. He should be in a museum somewhere.
Just so bored and lonely. Hey kids, and everyone's like, ah, runs off.
The scavenger scene where they're all scavenging. I love that scene, and it just reminded me of Detroit becoming human so much.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's probably what inspired them
Yeah.
for that scene.
But like that made sense to me. Just like, let's say there is like weird rogue robots, I guess, that
Did
aren't
make
used
sense
anymore.
to me because we would not let that happen. We would not let like
Look, I
robots
wouldn't
just
think we
wander
would-
off doing that
I
shit by
wouldn't
themselves.
think we would just leave abandoned cities, but there are like.
It wasn't just abandoned. It was
No, in
underwater.
real
No, I
life.
mean in real life,
Oh.
just cities that are built up into no
we
one's
don't
there
do that in
anymore.
Australia,
In Australia, it's Australia.
right? Like in any first world country isn't really going to do that.
It's in America.
The
That's
Americans
first
have
world.
it.
Abandoned towns, not cities.
All right, it's still a town. Let's just
Yeah, because there's no work in the area anymore. That shit happens.
yeah, fucking pull it down then. I don't know.
It would cost more to pull it down. It's worthless.
Look, to me, it's still unbelievable that would be a town built there and just left.
If there's no work in the area, what is there for you to do? Just live in the house?
Look, if I owned property, I'm not just going to leave it there.
You gonna take it with you?
I'm going to sell it.
To who? There's
Whoever's
nowhere to
gonna
work.
buy it.
No one wants to live there.
Look, I can get $5 for land. Oh,
Maybe
just
someone
keep it.
did buy it for $5
Maybe they did.
for fun. Now it's a ghost town and an amusement park.
It's not Ghost Town, yes.
Yeah, like
Either way, things getting out there. That's going to happen. They're
no,
going to get away.
they would be recycled and shit.
No, because they're working in people's houses, and then people let them go or drop them off in woods, and then they have to go survive.
If you've got an autonomous car and it can do it at once, and half the like fucking I was gonna say outback, but country towns are just random cars driving themselves around. People are going to do something about
It's
it.
a scary place.
I wouldn't go near it.
People are going to do something about that.
I'd
Look,
be too
we
worried.
went to
that-
Not
war.
to mention,
We went to war with emus when they fucking started getting out of hand.
we would have GPS units built into things so you could track them. You'd be like, find my phone, but find my fucking lost robot again.
What if
And
it gets
people would
smart
sell
enough-
them.
What if it gets smart
That's-
enough to take out the
I was
GPS?
gonna say, that's one thing I was surprised with. He's a prototype unit that's worth millions or billions.
And
to
no
them.
GPS units
There's
in it?
no way of them tracking him.
Yeah.
And
I thought they could, or they did.
No.
They said we had. They said they lost track of him at one point.
No, but they were just going on information. Like, they found out where he was again. Like, they were pretty confident that the family were going to keep him. And then it became like, if you don't want to keep him, return him to us, obviously.
Yeah.
And then when they didn't do that, it was like, well, fuck, where is he? And then, obviously, when everyone sees a child at a robot fair thing, that got around. And then from then on, they kept sort of tracking, like, police sightings and stuff.
If he didn't have a GPS in him, then that's just dumb.
Well,
Come on, GPS was a thing in 2001, wasn't it?
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
why the
yeah,
fuck would
really,
they have a GPS?
really bad GPS.
it was probably the fact that they
That's not
didn't
the
think
point.
they'd ever need one.
They already had GPSs
Yeah,
and tracking devices. We've had tracking devices for a long time. And this is supposed to be 180 years in the future or some shit.
They're over budget. His skin is so real.
Also, the fucking people scooping up like crazy random machines, and then they find this expensive looking one, and they're like, let's just destroy it.
Because
It probably
they,
belongs to someone,
No,
and you're
because
going to be
they
sued.
just don't care. They want all machines.
And you will be sued.
Well, that's the thing. The dad didn't want to destroy it. He's like, no, this is someone's. Like,
Yeah.
this is important. And the guy's like, fuck you, I'll reimburse you. Kill it. Because he just hates robots in all forms.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to jail, man.
He
You
doesn't
destroyed someone's property, and it was expensive.
Try taking
Look,
him to jail when he's
that
flying
flesh
away on the
fair-
moon.
That flesh fair doesn't look legit. So,
Moon man.
Moon Man?
Anyway. Like,
All right, let's
there's
take
a lot
out.
of little
Let's
flaws,
take out all the little plot holes or whatever.
and
it
the
is,
weird
man.
ending.
And the weird
still
ending.
a great movie.
It was enjoyable.
The movie overall is definitely enjoyable and like for the kids.
Makes you
I hate
uncomfortable
kids,
watching
man,
that
but-
kid learn things.
Yeah, like, but he was a great actor.
Yeah.
Even if he was creepy, he was a great actor. He looked like a robot. He played a robot well. Like
He still looks like not human. To
he
this
didn't
day.
look like.
No, I meant to this day. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You look at it.
definitely his face is a robot. That's for sure. 'Cause it didn't fucking grow with him. And Teddy's the MVP.
No. My MVP's the black guy they shoot through the fan.
What, Chris
Oh
Rock.
my
Yeah.
That's right.
God.
Yeah.
It looks great. That's the scene. I've got it on my iPad right now.
I heard his voice. So I was like, is that Chris Rock?
They originally wanted Jerry Seinfeld.
Huh?
They originally wanted Jerry Seinfeld to play the part.
What does
I
it
can see
matter?
that would've
It
been
had
funny.
one line.
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, that's who they wanted, Jerry Seinfeld.
actually, I could see Jerry
shooting.
Seinfeld doing that.
Yeah.
Just as funny. Would have still been a black robot.
No, it would have been Jerry Seinfeld.
You don't know.
But no,
Jerry doesn't see color.
Oh my god.
this will be my favorite scene is after it gets through the fan, the face just smashes against
No.
the
And
bars.
slides down.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene of the whole movie.
His quality is shocking.
Yeah, well, what do you expect?
Better.
Okay.
It's fair enough.
All right. Let's just try and wrap it up a bit.
Yeah, let's
What's
score.
Overall, no, not score. What
Let's
is
scene.
like? Actually, yeah, I guess that's going to be the same thing anyway. What is your favorite and least favorite scene?
Favorite scene when she leaves him in the woods. No.
Fuck.
Shit.
Dark.
That was
It's,
brutal. That was brutal.
No, but it's so well done. Like, it
Yeah, it
makes
is.
me bawl my fucking eyes out because it's like, I fully believe both the actors in that scene. And it's so frustrating because you know that he actually didn't do anything wrong and that it was all misunderstandings and
Yeah.
he's still being abandoned because of manipulation from her husband and the fact that they never asked him what actually happened. So to me, it's one of the most
But
powerful
it doesn't
things.
matter. They're scared that it's like also scared that he could kill their
Yeah,
son.
and what it comes
Yeah.
down to is the fact that they
Regardless-
value humans over robots. Which
Yeah,
they
well,
should, like, obviously.
the
but,
human like is more fragile. Like he could kill him
yeah,
without.
meaning
to.
Yeah, which is what happened with the pool and everything.
Mm.
He drowned him and he didn't mean to.
That might be my favorite.
The
The drowning.
And I also really liked
I liked when he was.
I
In
really
the
liked
frozen
Jude
popsicle
Law.
stand.
Yeah, I loved almost all
everything
Jude Law
with
stuff.
Jude Law was pretty good. I enjoyed him as a very strange little man. So I can't think, there was something I was trying to keep a hold of. Like while I watched it, I was like, "Ooh, don't forget this bit," but it's gone.
Like it's a long movie. There's quite a bit there.
Yeah.
Like, but it's almost split into almost 3 different things. It's like the home stuff with the kid. Then you've kind of got like the exploring, and then the fucktard ending.
No. Yeah. It is 3 distinct.
Like acts. All
yeah.
I
weird.
do like Jude Law clicking his neck, like putting his music
Ah,
on.
the music thing.
Yeah. I love that.
The whole scene with him just with the girl, the first time you see him,
Yeah.
is pretty good.
Setting the scene for it, basically.
I like when he's like, "Oh, are you crying?" And it's just blood. He's like, "What's wrong?"
It's because he hadn't seen yet. He just felt like liquid.
It's good though.
It's weird how they threw that "Just Shoot Me" guy into it just for that scene.
Yeah, I know.
Just shoot me, just slit my throat.
It's terrible.
I had just seen him in the Stargate episode that his Jack O'Neill's
yeah.
old friend.
There's my favourite scene.
It's fucking a horror. I know what you mean. Your favourite for being well done, but Jesus.
Yeah, it was really well done.
Go through a bit through the pictures. I just want to see if something like jogs my memory of it. Not damn
So
you
sad.
fucked up.
Fucked up.
It's just iRobot.
I did really
I love iRobot.
I enjoyed everything they did at the Flesh Fair too. That was really, I don't know, it was brutal, but it was cool.
What about when his face melted after eating?
Yeah, that's probably my hard.
Why did they design it so the food can go from the mouth into the fucking like electronics cavity?
They probably didn't design him to think he would eat.
But why does it go into the cavity?
Because he's mimicking a human being. You know when you want to squirt milk out your eye and you snort milk? You have to... You know?
Like when he goes in the water.
It's all connected.
Like... It's going to go into your electronics cavity.
That's what I
We're
didn't
trying to forget
understand.
those.
I think the difference is the solids is what fucked it up, not the liquid itself.
Oh, wow, fucking you
think
can
it's
you
the
can
facts.
write shit into it,
Look,
but they didn't.
It should have
doesn't make any sense.
only fucked with like the speaker box.
Why does it even have access
I don't
to go
think you
straight
guys
into that
got
cavity?
the same message from that scene as I did.
What?
Spinach is the devil.
No, food is just evil.
Alright.
The fuck is wrong with it?
Jesus.
I like me a nice scrumptious plate of water.
Water, you're lucky.
Trying to think. Anything with Teddy in it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the fun Teddy scenes. What about when they're
No,
like, "Come
his-
to me, Teddy,
His
come to me"?
CGI running stuff is not good.
See, I don't mind that. I think it's actually
Nah.
how he would
He
run.
looks good in so many scenes, but whenever they did the running stuff,
When he runs to the mum, when they're both calling him.
Yeah.
oh, I
He's
do
like,
love that.
"Mummy," and he runs to mum. She's like, he's torturing him again.
I do love that. But I meant like when he was running around at the fair and all those ones like that. It just didn't
Yeah,
look
see,
that
I
great.
think it looks good.
That looks like it was stop motioned. Almost.
Nah, it's smooth. It almost seems like the other scenes seem like
No, it felt like they were fucking using puppeteering.
for the normal scenes like that.
Yeah, where he's like using I don't know what they're called, like Pinocchio style puppet. Mannequin.
No, fucking hell.
It's got a Q in there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A cue.
Manicuring,
Marinettes.
That's it.
Marionettes.
Marinade.
When they're marinated.
I don't like marinated food.
You fucking weirdos.
Now we're feuding.
Any favourite scene? Is that what we're still on?
Yeah, we're doing favourites.
Yeah, I'm
What's
still
your
trying to think.
favourite?
Yeah,
My
what's
favourite scene, fuck.
The whole
Can't
movie.
go past the drowning.
Whole movie.
Yeah.
You sit there the whole time like,
The credits
love
were
this
pretty
movie.
good. I did like the credits.
Aaron.
It's always someone's favorite scene.
The credits in this were as good as freaking what's the movie we did last week?
Bad boy.
Bad Boy
Bobby.
Bubby.
Bad, 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 bad. You found that way too funny. Anyway, yeah, I'm not really sure, man. Like, there was no like super great scenes. I liked the way everything looked. I did like the first scene with Jude Law. I reckon like
Yeah.
That's the only one that keeps popping in my mind.
that was
Just for a weird character setup.
character setup. And Yeah, I liked his character in general. It's probably my favorite scene, I suppose, besides the murder. The attempted murder.
The attempted murder.
Besides
The
the
scissors
murder.
or the fucking...
The drowning.
The drowning.
We all love the drowning.
You like the drowning.
It was subconscious.
Alright, what about
He's
least...
trying to kill him.
What's your least favourite scene?
Fish. But you didn't ask Martin his favourite, even though he said the
His
whole
favourite
movie.
was the
He's not
robot.
allowed.
No, but I like the whole movie, but I reckon the funniest part, the best part to me, was just seeing the face go smack against the bars.
Really? I suppose it is pretty good. And it's Chris Rock. Nah, alright. Yeah, least favorite's definitely the fish. That just, like, from the...
Took you out.
From that fucking... Oh, I can't. I'm so mad now. I don't remember how to word.
Like, you can almost forgive or fill in almost anything else.
Everything else.
Except for the fish. Unless they
Everything
were
else.
robo-fish.
No, everything else I can explain away. I can argue, yeah, but if you think about it... No, fuck off with your magic fish. No. I hate that. Even the fact that he just was like, mummy, and falls into the water, that's fine. If he had just fallen into the water into Coney Island, that would be fine. But the fact that the fucking fish carried him for ages, I hate that.
You, like, bring up an image of them. Maybe, like, they are robotic fish.
No, I made sure to look at them very closely when they're on screen.
Stupid
Because I was
magic
like...
fish.
It's not
Stupid
bringing up
magic
what I thought.
Just fish scene.
Stupid fish.
That's really not it.
They're really not going to get that.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't
too
think that
obscure.
bothered people
No,
as
images.
much.
It was in the images.
What?
Was it?
No, it wasn't. They were just fish.
Yeah, that's just fish.
It's just
You
fish,
sure?
Aaron.
That's just fish.
Aaron, it's just fish.
You know
You
what? Just
sure?
like in the movie, just fish.
It's just fish.
Are you sure?
All right.
Yes.
I know what I'll type in. What's his name?
Who?
David.
David. David falls in water.
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll fucking find it. Not then, not pool water.
The pool scene?
Ocean water. All right. We're going to get real specific here. Continue talking. I'm looking for
Okay,
fish.
I know how. Also, I was just gonna say the blue fairy CGI scene.
Mm.
Like they can mimic the whole world, and then they just do that
Aquaman?
one real weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah. They lost me.
I
with
think they
fucking
might have done-
robotic archaeologists.
I like the Robo Arcs.
That blue fairy scene
Mm.
where it's AGI, fucking
AGI.
CGI'd.
Yeah.
I think they used that image from his head from around like
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, I know that's why they did it. I just kind of felt like it just I don't know, looked a bit off to me, a little bit too off.
Like, don't get me wrong. I didn't mind visually the end part, but it didn't fit in with the movie. It made no sense that it was on the end of the movie.
So you're saying,
Like, I have no problem
Hold
with
on, hold on.
robotic archaeologists.
hold on,
Like,
See-
I've watched some crazy shit.
all right, go away from robotic. If they were aliens,
Even weirder.
that's weird to you.
Yeah.
Aliens are more likely want to look for shit than what
No,
robots
because
would.
it would just come out of nowhere. It's like, so we're talking about fucking aliens now? Like,
Yeah, why
what
not?
aliens got to do with this world? But
The fuck the robot archaeologist got to do with it?
robots,
The robots were digging up the past to try
Yeah,
and find more
because the
information.
robots are the only ones left on the world.
Oh, the aliens come to a new planet. They want to fucking look at shit.
And they're trying to work out where they came from, and
They
so
wanted
they're
the
doing
meaning
what.
of life.
Yeah, they're doing what we
want the
do.
meaning of life.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted the meaning of life, and they said that because of humans having their love and desire for things, that we were closer to it than they are, and so they need to go back to us to keep pushing.
But to be fair, it made no sense that they lost all this information. Like
How much
and-
information have we lost?
Yeah, but they're computers, and they can pass it on
Even
flawlessly.
Maybe
Not
Google went
always.
down
Yeah.
for a few seconds.
Sorry.
Maybe Google went down for a few
Fuck
seconds.
I was gonna
off.
say,
In
even-
Aaron's mind.
even with our computers now, we still lose information. Like things
Yeah,
do.
but this is 180 years in the future.
Do you know? Who knows? Our information on our computers still might degrade over time.
Yeah, but you could choose what parts to keep and back up.
None of it degrades,
Also, alright, just
Yes, you
burning,
can.
burning
You have
discs.
multiple copies.
and information still degrades.
Optical
Every-
discs.
Every time you copy something,
Not
even
off an
now,
optical disc.
every time
Yeah.
you copy something from, and they should literally burning it from disk to disk, which is not rewritable. Like you can't rewrite information into that. They're gonna degrade.
They've
Information
already got,
always
like,
degrades.
Fuck, they've got ways that they could keep it. They're talking about using DNA. There
Yeah,
are
but-
methods that we would have accomplished in 180 years that made data storage much longer.
Yeah, but it still degrades.
Maybe they fucked that up. Like they fucked up a lot of things.
It was weird. Like that.
See?
They're
Should have been aliens.
no, it shouldn't have been anything. Should not have been on this movie.
But if it was going to be, it should have been aliens.
If anything, it should have been like 10,000 years later, and they shouldn't have been able to revive him.
No. Aliens.
Should have been a fossil.
It's not a fossil.
Should have just been a robot going back around in full circle.
How do they just revive him though? Like, isn't his power out?
Would have made
Wireless
more
transfer?
sense if humans found him after the collapse of civilization and they didn't have robots anymore.
Maybe they were like just really advanced humans.
I'm pretty sure they were robots.
Yeah, they were robots. They're supposed to be robots.
What if it was humans controlling robots?
Fuck off.
The other
What
thing
if it was
is
human brains like inside robots? Now?
that could have been it could have been like a cyborg.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like, I don't think that was the case. Anyway,
What do you think,
there's
Mickey?
a lot of holes in the movie. Let's just be fair. Bad Boy
I'm
Bobby
watching-
made more sense.
No. Well,
Yeah,
sort of.
not
really.
Actually. No, I was just talking. I was just reminding myself of something over and over because I didn't want to forget it to mention it after.
Why are
But
you playing the abandoned scene right now? Play the trailer or
Favorite.
something.
I was just thinking about how when Jude Law is getting sucked away by the giant magnet, he's like, "When you're a real boy and you have children, tell them about me." And it's like, I was crying. For anyone that didn't know what that sound was,
No one got that sound.
that sound was my tear dripping out of my eyeball and down my face.
How'd they find Jude Law? In the helicopter?
Because they
soon-
had given the information to Robin Williams to lure them to that place, so they knew they were going to be there. Also, they took a police helicopter.
Yeah.
Stupid.
They don't track things in this world.
Except that.
No, not even that.
They just knew.
Yeah, just knew.
Alright.
Meanwhile, you know, like, he had already been inside at that point.
Hmm.
Watched him kill a fucking robot. I was like, I don't want to be part of this.
Yeah, but they thought he was going to stay.
Look, what's your least favourite scene?
The fucking fish.
That's for you. Views.
But you were looking directly into my eyes when you asked that again.
The
I
drowning
know where I'm
scene.
looking.
He didn't finish the job.
I was thinking the same thing.
My favourite is when he got him in there.
Yeah.
Least favourite is when he got out.
Least favorite. I don't like the face melting. It makes no sense because he ate food that his face melted. But whatever. The whole entire ending is my least favorite scene.
What's yours?
I don't know. Just don't
Is that why you
know.
keep asking everyone else?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think
Come on,
one's the
man.
abandoning
I'm
thing.
so confused.
That's your least favorite?
Yeah.
Because it makes you sad or because it's rough?
I don't know.
Rough.
Really, I just don't. For some reason, I just don't like it.
You don't think it's done well? Or it makes you feel uncomfortable?
It just makes me feel like I don't like it.
Daddy, don't leave me in the woods.
See, the thing is, I wouldn't care about leaving my kids in the woods.
Yes,
Yeah.
you would.
He's tried it twice and they kept coming back.
Like golden retrievers. Retrieving daddy's
I
love.
don't know. Anything with their son.
Yeah, he was a
Didn't
bad
like him so
person.
much. It was so bad. Oh, cunt.
Your least favorite is the spinach. When
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah, I hated that scene.
For anyone who doesn't know what that sound is, I'm
Oh,
miming eating
we
spinach.
forgot the first time he laughed.
Oh, I
That was
hate
funny.
that.
I thought they were going to be like, we got to get rid of him. But they're like, this is hilarious.
I know, they're like, oh, cute.
That's
That
like,
was before he imprinted. Wasn't
Stop
it?
Yeah.
playing scenes from the movie. You're gonna get us even more bad.
How bad the quality is. It's in and out of focus. Like my eyes. Alright.
I was like, why are they ever going to imprint on, like, have this kid imprint
On the trailer.
them? Have him imprint on us, or whatever it is.
Could
No.
they have?
What are you saying?
Oh, wait,
I don't
can
know.
they have two of those robots imprint on each other?
It would be great if they did.
I
They could love
you.
each other
I
for
love
all
you.
time.
Just fucking for eternity.
No, they're children.
Fine, we'll wait till they're 21.
They'll never be 21.
They'll always,
Will?
yeah, they'll be 21.
They'll be 21 in 21 years.
They'll be 5 forever.
Why?
It's just how
Are you trying to say their maturity is?
You know, there's
Just
already,
like people.
you know, there's already like children robots.
Hmm.
They're just not like mass produced. They're very niche.
Alright. What? Alright, let's get to the end of this. Who'd you fuck, who'd you marry, and who'd you kill? Kill on the real kid.
Yeah, I'll get that in.
Get on before any of you fucking jump on
I'm
that.
killing Martin. Martin's gone.
Please
But I
kill
meant
me.
in the movie.
Kill that guy that fucking tried to put the kid in the ring.
Oh, the moon guy. Moon
Yeah.
The
man.
Moon Man.
He needs to go. What is his problem with robots? They've made your life fucking great.
Maybe they killed his
No,
family.
They killed his family.
Yeah.
Do you see how old those workers were? Those things could have exploded at any point.
Like a Thermomix.
I was gonna say, this was one of the first robot movies I've seen in a while, especially for made by Steven Spielberg and that. They didn't have the 3 laws of robotics and stuff like that in it as well. It was weird.
Yeah.
Not mentioned whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, they just made these things. They just disregard every conceivable downside that there might be for giving them autonomy.
Well, none of them have actually. Did any robot attack anyone?
No, only him attacking the other robot, which technically doesn't count. You're not a person.
Which would make you think that the whole, like, him witnessing the murder, well, he didn't witness the murder, but seeing the murder, like,
Would be even harder to believe in.
would be harder because you would just, they wouldn't assume robots are killing people. And if they were, why are they allowed to walk around freely?
They're cheaper. Gotta save money.
You know what I'm saying is right. It makes no sense.
You make no sense.
If you're scared a fucking robot's gonna kill you, you would just leave them
no.
around.
Alright. Also, what's the name of the Hobot?
The Hobart. Jane.
Hey,
Alright.
she's my choice to marry.
Look,
Fucking
if you guys,
Jane
No.
and
you
marrying
guys
Teddy.
are all fucking Jude Law, aren't
No.
you?
I do like Jude Law, but I'm marrying Teddy, and that's my most
Thought we
important
weren't
one.
allowed to use people that weren't in it for a very long time. It's like,
Teddy?
no, you said you wanted the.
For me, she was in it for a
Gigolo
long
Jane.
time because press pause, and that was the best part of the movie.
It's fine.
Let's just go that again.
Nah, who can we go with then?
I'd be killing the dad.
I would
Bit of a
be.
tosser.
Mm.
I think I'd marry Jude Law because he's good in bed and he's real stupid and he'll just do what he's told.
And he'll stay young forever.
Ah, awesome.
He'll stay CGI forever.
So
And he can
good.
play you music.
So- exactly.
Yes.
We can crack necks together, but his is nicer than mine. I would definitely kill Martin, and then I suppose
Just hurry up and do it already.
I would. I would have to sleep with Teddy. So soft. So soft. And has the mum's hair in there.
Yes.
Fine, that chick. The
Yeah, I
one whose
just thought
face
about that
opened.
then.
Which one?
The one that opens the face up.
She was
The one
in
in
there
the
long
beginning.
enough, and she's obedient.
Wow.
You marry her.
Sick.
Perfection.
I can just turn her off if I don't want her around.
That's what me and Kane were saying. We were like, how good would it be to adopt a kid? And you're like, it's bedtime. And they're like, I don't want to. And you're like, off. And then you just leave them.
Oh, that's the other thing. How creepy is he when he's like, I don't sleep, but I can be lay real quiet and not make a peep. I'm like, that's it. You get it. You're out. Just the idea that they're just laying there while I'm sleeping is really weird and unnerving.
They're
Shut
just
off
like-
and charge. And what? Did these things fucking run forever?
Yes.
Lasted 2,000 years. Okay, he wasn't moving, but nothing lasts 2,000 years in standby.
No, I think he went flat.
I
At
don't
that
know. My beta's fucking pretty good.
I'm pretty sure he went flat
His
because
battery
Yeah, I
would
thought
be
he went
dead.
flat.
that's when they put the hand on him.
Yeah,
They'll-
but his battery would be fucked.
depends on what he
Maybe
runs
they
on.
gave him a new one.
Maybe he runs on Lion batteries.
Okay, they can make these fucking ion batteries that last forever, but they can't make these things not
No.
kill people.
No, an ion battery can go
Dan was
flat.
killed.
I was gonna say a Lion battery can go flat, but you can charge it back up without a problem even after being flat for so long.
Like, yeah,
Unlike a lipo,
you
where
can
it goes
defend this movie all you like, but there's holes galore.
We love holes.
That's, yeah.
You're like, oh, 10 out of 10.
Dr. Nose.
That was cool.
Alright, what are we going?
Rating? Are you writing them down?
No.
Technically,
You're writing them down.
Her laptop's about to go flat, very flat.
Did I charge
I
it?
thought you got
I
plugged
thought
in.
I charged it.
No.
Look at me go.
I didn't see you put a
I'm
charger
still
cable
looking
in.
at. You didn't see me like
Technically speaking-
unrecline.
I'm probably going to have to
Decline?
give
I
it a
don't pay that
4.
much attention to you.
Wow.
I
Fuck
was,
you.
I was paying attention to the screen. So
Is it because I wouldn't kill you? Is that what it is?
Oh,
Now
I'm
you got a
just
fucking
waiting.
problem with me?
The moment you try and kill me, then I'll pay attention to you.
It's gonna come as a surprise. It's a gift.
Yeah, and for those 2 seconds, I'll be paying attention.
Wow. Just wow. Alright, I'm ready to type the scores. A.A. Ron, what is your person... No, what is your...
Technical 4.
What? Oh, you're giving it 4.
Yeah.
But we don't call it technical. What do we call it?
Critical.
Critical, that's the one.
That's the word. Look at you. Good
Remembering things like a
job.
human.
What the fuck? Please don't call me human. I'm dumber than them. And they're dumb enough as it is.
You remembered, though.
I forgot what you remembered, but good job. Oh, critical. Good job, good job. Alright. What's your critical?
We had a 4.
Nice, nice. Kane?
Yeah, I'm 4 as well.
It was made really well.
I was going to go higher, but he made too many good points about how shit didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I was kind of going towards a 4 as well. Like, a lot of it was brilliant, and then...
Actually, I might go...
I was considering 3.5.
May go a little bit lower because it is a sci-fi, and one of the strongest things of sci-fi is making it believable. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has to have, like, usually some kind of plausibility.
You want to go 3.5?
And it feels like it's broken up. It doesn't... You know what I mean? Almost like...
Actually, yeah, that is kind of...
You know, like, chaptery? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but it had a lot of famous people. It has good
Yeah.
visuals.
Mm.
And
I thought some of the CGI was, though, weaker in some of those scenes.
Actually,
Other than, like, I like the Vegas stuff.
3.5.
yeah, I almost do feel like losing a point and a half
3.5
does
is
make
like
more
7.
sense.
It's good. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, then.
I don't know if it's great. It
Yeah, you're
holds
right.
up, though. It holds up.
See, 3.5, I'm like, shit, that feels low.
But no, it's... I know it feels
I know.
low, but
It's-
it's good.
I know.
I don't know if it's... The acting is good. The score and the music is all good. Like...
Do I feel like it would take off more than a point? The fish
I'm
were
not taking off a
dumb.
point. I'm taking off half a point.
Half a point.
Point of a point.
Mm.
You're like, the fish, are they worth losing
That's
half
what I'm
a
thinking
point?
about. I'm wondering...
Oh,
Because
yeah.
everything else is like, yeah, that's a
It's like
point.
20 seconds of the movie, you're like, am I going to decimate the
It's
score
not even
because
20
of the fish?
seconds.
They carried him pretty far. I'm giving it a 2.
Jesus.
No, look, I
didn't mind the ending as much as you did. I would have rather it ended earlier, though.
No, I think I'm sticking with a 4.
I'm going to go 3.5.
I wrote that already.
Good. Like, I think it's a good movie. I think it holds up very well.
Yeah. All right, so let's go back to Aaron for personal.
Pretty average. Probably a 2.5.
You reckon you'd watch it again?
You'd have to at some point because we won't remember it.
What the fuck?
Nah, probably not. Like, if it was on TV and, like, I couldn't be bothered changing it.
I feel like this is
I didn't have
long
internet.
and weird enough that I'm probably going to forget about this again and end up watching it, like, in the future again.
Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it again. But if it
Not
was,
for a long time, anyway.
if it was on or at a movie night when we're watching movies and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and you just put it on a, I didn't have a say.
If it's against your will, you're all keen, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's like every movie you watch, though. You have
Yeah, I
to
know, it
watch
seems like
against your
they're
will.
all against
Unless
your
it's
will.
Bad Boy Bubby.
Yeah, that's the only one you're fucking excited for.
I wasn't excited.
You're
Frothing
fresh.
out of the mouth.
Because it
With
was
an F.
interesting.
It's roughing.
Was it interesting or was it interesting?
It wasn't
It
interesting.
was not interesting.
Fuck off.
It was interesting, but I'm a weirdo.
Like I said, I'd rather watch Rubber.
I'd rather die.
I
We
didn't
know you
say,
would rather watch Rubber.
Did you like
fucking-
it? I said, was it interesting?
No, it wasn't.
Well,
It was not interesting at all.
nearly.
I think if you had the same theme and you put it in something else, I'd still find it interesting. Because I like the idea of people coming back into the real world and seeing how they handle shit.
I just still can't overlook the cat stuff.
I know.
Can't do it.
Let's do personal. Like, 2.5. Everyone else?
Oh yeah. Martin personal.
4. I like this movie.
Kane personal.
It was good, and I could probably see myself watching it again, so I'll probably go 3.
Interesting. Interesting.
Why?
I don't know. It's lower than your critical. It's not what
6.
I
It's an okay.
expected.
It's an okay movie. I probably will watch it again.
You gave it 6.5.
Yeah, it's an okay movie.
No, I'm giving it 4. It's always been a movie I really love. I watch it every time it's on TV. It's just
See, I've only seen this movie maybe 3 times at max now.
Yeah, I probably haven't seen it that many. I've always enjoyed it. I just feel like every time I watch it, I pick up a bit more from it. And obviously, I've never noticed a fish before, and that's ruined my life. But overall, I'm still
Welcome to
very
watching
much
old
a
movies
fan.
when you start noticing shit.
But yeah.
Like, I judged it harshly, but I still gave it 6 all up. So that's not horrible. But
No. So
more
remember,
angry.
6 is horrible on the outside scales. For us, 6 is not horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the
It's not even
movie
horrible
had...
on outside scales. It's still almost good.
It still had a lot of potential that I felt like it could have been like an 8 had they done certain things differently. But unfortunately, they went really weird and it felt scattered, like they were just too many people having their opinion and say. And yeah.
It's weird when you start noticing that stuff, hey, in movies where you're like, why doesn't this feel like it flows? You know what I mean? It feels like someone's done something here.
I think it got 7.1.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I wouldn't want it to get any lower. Like,
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel like 7 is pretty good.
Was this 2001? This movie?
Yeah.
17 years. Like,
He got Steven Spielberg got into about a lot of backlash with this because he didn't want to remove the Twin Towers from it in the DVD release.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Are you kidding me?
You know what's weird? I nearly said to you, those are Twin Towers, and I was like, wait, when was this made? And then I was like, meh.
so they were kept in.
So
That was all good.
So this movie was released, and then 3 months later, the terror attack happened. And when it got released on DVD, they refused to take him out.
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on, wait. They kept it in. I want to up mine.
Yeah, I know. Like, that almost deserves extra points.
I want to like up mine a half point for that alone.
Do you really?
Just like, why? What the fuck do people think they have the right to complain about anything like that? They suck a dick.
You know what? It was.
You can't erase something from history because you don't like it.
What'd I say? 3 for me.
So you gave it a 3 personal.
Oh, 3.5.
Wow.
You actually upped it for it.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, I did enjoy it, like, quite a bit. I wasn't bored through any of this movie.
All right.
Like, there was some shit that made me question some stuff like that, but usually I can let that go. The fact is, he learned to keep his fucking eyes open. The acting is phenomenal. The Twin Towers were kept in it. Like, it's just got so many great things.
Yep.
That's why I gave it 3.5 for critical. And
But I mean, no.
It would have been better for critical.
Yeah.
If the story had been more.
I didn't hate the story though as
Logical.
much as you did. I could forgive a lot of that stuff.
So I got
I do a lot of movies anyway.
7.25.
Where's that come in the
But
list?
in the critical, it's not about forgiving it. That's if you like it or not.
Yeah, no,
In
but
the
I was
critical,
thinking,
the critical is basing it
yeah,
critically.
personally, it's not close to an average movie for me when I like really think about it. Because I probably will watch it again, and if it was on, I'd probably sit down and like watch it kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to avoid it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to put it on
No,
either.
but I can see myself in
Which
the
is
future.
why it's a 6.
It's one of those things in the future I'll be like, oh yeah, you should watch that. It's got this and this and this in it. That's really cool. Kind of
But
thing.
don't watch the last 20 minutes.
Just yeah. As soon as you see a blue fairy, fucking stop.
So you can see the fish.
It reminds me, Bad Boy Bobby, I have to change something. I would recommend it because I did.
Who'd
You
you recommend
recommended
it to?
Ian and Shane.
Take this, Adam Shane.
Wait, all right. So what was the overall score? Did you wait? What's Aaron's?
6.
Solid 6. What was mine?
2.5 and 3.5.
You gave it a 7.
Oh, so what was yours?
3.5 and 3.5,
8 and 8.
wasn't it?
Mine was
8 and 8. Fucking 16. Jesus. What was yours, one?
We both gave it 8.
Yeah, I gave it an 8.
Ah, okay.
8 and 8.
Wait, I thought you got that with your joke.
Yeah, like, shit.
Ah, I thought she literally gave it 2 8s. I'm gonna calculate this because you fucked up last time.
Fucked up the time before last time, you little bitch.
So yeah, what about recommending it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
100%. Always. I love this movie.
I usually don't remember the names of movies, so...
I did recommend it. It came up in the
It
list.
said, do you recommend it? Not do you remember it?
No, you got to remember it to recommend it to someone.
You're like, hey, you should watch this movie as well as kid. And...
That's what I do with Amy all the time. She's
As
like,
a
you got to give me more
fairy.
information. I'm like, things happened.
Wait,
stuff.
Kane, tell them how I found your movie.
My movie?
Your movie that you didn't know the name of for years and years. You've
Oh
tried
my
Googling it. Tell them how efficient I am.
There was a movie, all I can remember is one scene in it where like a guy scares a little kid, he kind of turns into a monster, and all I know is it's Asian and it starts off with a festival of some sort.
And he's like, I think they put out lollies or statues. Yeah, it's statues. It might be lollies, but I think it's statues. And that's what I got.
What's the movie?
They Wait, it's called.
Yep.
Alright, get up the wheel!
So where did it come in the list?
Alright, well, the list. So,
Third from the bottom.
AI, Artificial Intelligence, has a 7.25
Wow.
and ends up on the list being...
This is not the right wheel.
It is never the right wheel.
Fine.
7.25 puts it... Oh no!
What?
It puts it identical with Short Circuit.
Well, we know what's better.
No, it goes under anything that's already on there.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
It doesn't go on top of whatever's there.
Yes, it does.
That makes no sense, because that means if it was there and then Short Circuit came out, that automatically goes under.
Go away.
Why would it? It's
When-
got the same number.
Where are my wheels?
You can put it the same position, but it's still under.
No, we'll just do what we did with the other movies, and we let the people decide.
Fuck the people.
Oh,
Where
We
the
let them
people-
decide with Terminator and Groundhog.
No, because they're going to choose AI.
What is wrong with them choosing that then, if that's what people want?
Fuck people. That's
Yeah,
what
well-
I'm saying.
We literally, it's one of the things we've done. We can't go against it.
With the
I'm
wheel,
doing it right now.
with the wheel categories, can we have Netflix originals as a category?
We sure can. What a great idea.
Well, you could just choose from the Netflix movies.
Yeah, but that's very unlikely.
Porn
The-
parodies in there.
Any of us are actually going to choose a Netflix original movie.
I love the
reckon.
Netflix. I watch a ton of
All right. I'll be ready, steady.
But yeah, if that comes up, at least then there's a very small pool as well we
What
can
the fuck
choose
is
from.
all these numbers here?
The very
Oh,
bottom.
this is the weird average stuff you
Yeah.
did.
Oh, nearly. Oh, come on.
Anime. Dun, dun,
God
dun, dun.
fucking
Spirited
fuck it.
Away. Just before anyone gets to it, Spirited Away.
Oh, Angel Cop. I gotta find Angel Cop.
All of you Hakusho. Can you type anime movies? Let's see who gets the jog some memories.
I reckon Advent Children.
That's not an anime.
It is.
It's not.
No,
it's an
Totally
animated.
counts.
It's a CGI.
It
Yeah,
counts.
clearly a
It
CGI
really doesn't.
movie. Also, this is not the great list of anime movies. Like it's got, they're all
Right.
just in the same genre of just like weird fairy tale kind of thing.
These
Grave
are
of the
more popular ones.
Fireflies.
Fuck off.
I actually do want to see that.
Oh, Redline's really good. I don't know. Oh no, what are we gonna pick?
How's Moving Castle? I like that one.
Yorotsukadoji.
How's Ghost in the Shell up there? I thought that was a series.
It was a movie first.
I want to
Okay.
watch The Cat Returns. I don't know what
well,
it is.
it's probably a manga or a short story before that, but
Oh, I've changed my mind. It's got cat people, not cats. Fucking anime.
cat people return. Perfect Blue.
It's very misleading.
Perfect Blue is good. Akira is another good one. You know, I haven't seen Akira in a really long time. I wonder.
Isn't
if
that
it's
what
the-
fucking DiCaprio's
That's what
making?
DiCaprio and
I
that's
wanna
working
watch
on.
that.
But
Alright, this is
Ooh,
going to be
I
a
love
hard
Vampire
one.
Hunter D too.
How are we going to choose this? Because I don't know half of these besides the ones that are on Netflix.
So you just pick
or...
whatever your one is.
Yeah, so I've said Spirited Away. That's the one I want.
Okay.
But when it comes to which one you don't want to watch, because you
Wow.
guys are going to
Oh,
probably
then
choose
I
one.
guess the only thing you
You're
can do
up
is ask for a
Shit
little.
Creek.
You ask for a little synopsis.
Yeah,
of
because
what it's
everyone's
about.
got to try and
No, you're up Shit Creek.
talk about theirs, you know?
What is all right? It is anime, but what's something we haven't really seen?
Your
Cat
name's a
people.
good one. That'd be a great one.
Ninja
to-
Scroll.
Is that your pick?
Nah.
I was thinking about going Industrial.
Angel Cop's pretty good. Just
Angel Cop is technically a mini series, I think.
nah.
Though I would have chosen it because I think it's 4 episodes.
I've not been able to find it anywhere. Like
Oh, go on Thingy, you'll find
yeah, but like legal places.
it. Hey, who says Thingy's illegal? I'm going to go purely because I love the animation and haven't seen it in a long time, and I have it. Vampire Hunter D.
What's it about? Vampires, I guess.
But it's got
Neon Genesis
gorgeous,
movie.
gorgeous animation.
Mm-hmm.
Vampires,
Actually,
a lot
I'll
of blood
do
and
it,
guts. Cool, good action.
Alright, I was just making the rule.
What? What are you doing? Alright. What's your pick, Missy?
I don't fucking know.
Well, pick one.
I don't know any.
Hurry.
I don't know things.
Digimon
What are
movie.
you doing?
Just looking for something.
Yeah, why are you doing it now? We're literally live. We're recording.
I was gonna write them down.
Put it in the wheel.
It's too hard to put.
Also, wait, you don't need to put it in the wheel. That's right. Don't worry about the wheel.
Gee.
What's going on?
Shh.
Have you picked yours?
Shh, baby, shh.
Have you picked yours?
Sure, I have.
What's yours?
It's a secret.
What is it?
Alright, so what's yours? What?
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. You said something about D?
Vampire Hunter D. Actually, wait.
D.
It's Initial D, but with vampires.
It is not.
That's how I see it.
Bloodlust.
That's what you want to watch instead?
No, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. It's
Okay.
actually the second one, but you can watch either of them.
No, we're just waiting for Aaron.
No, you go first. I'm looking.
He hasn't even chose hers.
No, because I changed my mind just quickly.
Cool.
Saddest anime movies? What the fuck?
Well, if I'm gonna dive in, I want to cry.
There's only one you need to know.
What?
Spirited Away.
No.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like really gonna make me cry?
Probs.
I'm pretty soft.
Fucking hate myself for saying probs. Amy said it and got me saying it.
What a youth.
Look, Probs is terrible, but it's no totes. So
Totes my goats.
How's Sword Art Online up there? It's
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
what? It's got a movie,
weird.
but you're looking at series right now. A lot of these are just series.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
The latest Dragon Ball Super movie.
Oh, Broly.
Let's watch that again.
Fuck it out. I want to watch a movie. Oh, now my mouse is
Yeah, movies.
broken.
You can pick series movies.
Alright, Inuyasha, the second movie where they finally kiss.
You got spoiled. Oh
Surprise!
my god.
I had no idea
Well,
what
I know
we
what
were
I'm
about in
picking,
the
not the
first
watch.
What should it be? Dragon Ball Super movie or Ninja Scroll?
place. Dragon Ball Super movie.
I
know
feel
that
like
one.
Ninja Scroll.
What's
Have
the-
we-
Old is always
Did we
good.
already review that Dragon Ball movie?
No,
We
we
already
never
talked
did.
about it, didn't we?
we
We
said
spoke about it.
yeah, because I said I watched it at one point, so we spoke about it for a bit.
I think give it more time.
Alright, fine. Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll. What? What is it?
Wait, why do you have two movies?
I'm deciding. I just want to quickly read a little thing about this because I
No,
know
you don't want to read anything
No, you
about
don't
that.
want to read anything.
at all.
All I can tell
Don't
you
read
is
it.
it's World War II. But it's not to do with the war. It's to do with the survivors.
I like Howl's Moving Castle, but I haven't seen any of the others.
So what's the matter?
So I'm deciding if I want to see something that I've seen or see something that I've not seen.
Well,
You
what's
see?
the matter?
I've only ever
Hurry
seen one of them up
the
there.
fuck
so-
up. Look,
Look. I mean, it doesn't matter.
there's
I'm
a
not...
75% chance you're not making it in. Anyway,
I know. I was
so,
just gonna
like,
say.
you shouldn't worry about it too much.
All right, whatever.
Okay,
Whatever.
is everyone ready? Did everyone have the movie you least want to see in there?
Wait, can everyone tell us what the fuck they're about? I don't even know what I'm voting for.
All right, Spirited Away is a magical movie. So magical. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's about a little girl getting lost in a magical land.
Does she get spirited away?
She gets eaten by pigs.
It's a really good movie.
Spoilers.
Doesn't get eaten by pigs. Spoilers.
Okay. What's Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust?
Literally a vampire hunter.
It's
Goes
Initial
around
D.
hunting vampires. It has, I guess, but wait, think Van Helsing. That's probably the better way to.
No, okay. Well, that just gave me too much information. I don't like Van Helsing.
Really? I love Van Helsing.
I like the monsters in Van Helsing. I just don't like him.
Yeah, that's it. Except he's not like Van Helsing. He is just this real low toned. He doesn't barely speak. He just gets the job done
Hmm.
with
What's-
really cool monsters and cool animation
What's Ninja Scroll?
About ninjas.
and scrolls.
You know, was it like Monkey?
I actually just realized I don't even remember what the main point of the movie is.
Oh, Ninja Scroll
there's
actually
there's
has
fights, but what is the point?
it has a lot to do with the Tokugawa government and gold being moved.
I'm assuming the other three are based off of anime series turned into movies.
No,
No.
they're all standalone movies.
All right.
Actually,
Alright.
everything there is a standalone
I know
movie.
what I
Okay.
don't want.
Everyone knows what they don't want. Alright. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Grave of the
Ninja
vampire.
scroll.
Spirited what?
Grave.
Mine was a vampire one.
What's yours?
Ninja.
What was yours?
Did we all vote for the
Oh,
one?
no. Did you say spirit?
Yeah.
It means we have to pick a new list.
No,
Really?
it doesn't.
Don't we just choose
That
the
was-
second
that's what-
Is
least
that the
voted?
rule?
That's what happened last time. We all chose.
We
it.
had
all-
to choose a new list.
Okay.
your name then.
God
Next
fucking
one.
damn it! Vampire Hunter D, the first one!
Wow.
I'll go Spriggan.
Spriggan.
I want to see if it still holds up. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of my movies.
What's
should,
that?
should I have paused this? with
What's that feral one?
The feral one.
Yeah, with the
With
nurse.
Varys the rat and Digliana the cat.
Wait,
I
that's
hate
never
you.
coming back.
hate you. You're so single.
Oh, Lord Slug.
You just look at the Dragon Ball movies. Can that just be a category?
No.
Dragon Ball movies.
No.
We should make it one.
There's like 17 of them.
Reach me.
You could almost put down
Reach
freaking
me.
One Piece movies then.
One
Fair-
Piece? Does it have like 5 or 6?
There's a
I
fair
think?
few of them from what I've read.
I think
Yorotsuka Doji.
that's yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, NPC.
What is a Spriggan? Wait, what did you pick?
Yorotsuka Doji.
Oh, bitch. How do I write that?
No,
It's
right, Legend.
phonetic?
No, right, Legend of the Overfiend.
Demon's Womb.
No, that's the second one.
Oh, Overfiend, not Everfiend.
Huh?
Sorry for your thick accent. Oh, that thing?
The anime, just the picture there alone makes me not want to watch that.
I love that stuff.
So this is that thing with the nurse, yeah?
So many nurses.
It doesn't get a
so much
capital.
stretched.
Ah!
Euro equals to Doji.
Shut the fuck up. Alright,
Alright.
what is your name?
It's on Netflix. It's about time travel.
Alright.
Is it about time travel? Is that given away straight away? I bet.
It's,
Wait,
alright,
it's a love
it's a
story.
Notebook,
Mhm.
but in anime.
Oh wait, what's that one with the letters?
The letters.
The lake house.
Yeah, that one.
No, that's
No,
that's
wait,
the one.
Alright, well, that,
That's
too
the one I'm
much.
thinking of.
Two people in
Different
different
time
times, and when they go to sleep and wake up, they're in each other's bodies, and it goes on from there of them trying to figure out. It's a boy and a girl. It's a love story.
Wow, spoilers. Alright, How's moving castle. There's a castle and it moves. And a guy called How. There's a fire and it talks. I don't really remember the point of it. There's a girl.
That's my choice. I don't want to watch that one.
No, but it's actually really good because the main
You've seen it. We've all probably seen
the
House
main
Moving
guy is
Castle.
I
really charismatic and he's
You
a
really
popular
sold
actor.
it to me. Let's get on with this. I need to go.
No. Or what the fuck is Spriggan?
Spriggan is a bunch of elite agents that are trained from when they're young, and then you think
Kristen
it's like a cool actiony movie, and then it gets really biblical.
Ew. Also, Kristen Bale is the main in this.
Hmm.
Yeah. There's something about biblical.
Let's just no, it gets bigger than what it starts off as.
You said it was about people being trained for something?
Yeah, so that's the main antagonist. He's just like a what do you call it? Like an agent who can fight, bit of a super soldier, but it
Look,
progresses.
that's enough of an explanation for her.
Okay.
Look, she didn't care, but it's like what it gets turns into is really good and really philosophical.
How old is it compared to the weird nurse one?
Younger. Yorotsuka Doji's old.
Spriggan's old too. I think Legend of the Overfiend is probably a bit older.
Yeah. Probably
I
not
think
by
they're
much.
I think they're both 90s.
So
though,
the
aren't
art style is similar or no?
they?
Spriggan's probably nicer.
Yeah, Spriggan's a bit nicer flow
Okay.
to it.
Alright.
Everyone got yours?
Yeah.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Your
Euro.
name.
How's... What?
I don't want to watch the Yuri
Yeah, I
fucking
don't
dickhead.
Your
think
name
I
was
do.
mine. What was yours? Don't you back out what you were going to say.
I didn't. I said that nurse one.
That's not the name of it.
And it's not what you were going to say either.
Yuri's a dickhead.
I didn't want to
Doji?
try and say it.
You were going to say the Spriggan one because you didn't want to do the biblical thing.
No, I was
Metagaming
basing
here,
it-
saying it
It's
after.
metagaming.
I was basing it on
New
the fact
list.
I don't know how to say that word, and the art style's older.
Alright.
I watched the nurse scene. I know what I'm getting into.
Why would you watch that scene?
You told me to.
Beautiful.
Oh my fucking god.
For anyone wondering, Legend of the Overfiend nurse scene.
So what even got voted on just then? How many votes got...
Only one thing got eliminated.
Okay, so what's eliminated?
No, which one didn't get votes?
I don't know.
So what you say?
I said your name.
Aaron said Howes, didn't you?
Oh, so no one voted Spriggan?
No one voted Spriggan then.
So you need to do Spriggan and then use 2 vote on Howes and your name.
So it's out of your name and house. Does everyone know?
No,
So-
Spriggan's in.
Yeah, but we're going to figure out the second one.
So we're voting what we don't want to see out of your name or House.
Oh, what you do want? Let's mix it up.
No, what I don't want.
Alright, what you don't want? 3,
House.
2,
Wait,
1.
let me have a think.
Really?
It's a
Come on.
weird
This
She
wants
this
to metagame it
Colosseum
again.
is matching Bad Boy Bobby.
Time traveling romance or thingy.
3, 2,
Alright.
1. Your name.
Howes? I don't want to see Howes.
Howes.
Yeah, I can't be bothered with House either.
Alright.
That's yours!
Yeah,
you don't get to vote on yours!
I don't know
You
any
can if you want, I
That's
guess.
stupid. That's metagaming then. You don't put in one you're
It
not going to
wouldn't
vote
matter,
for.
you all voted for it.
No. you
Actually,
only
no,
two did.
you would have evened
It would have
out.
been even.
No, but when it comes down to those two, right? If House had come up against something else, I would have been like, yeah, I want to watch House. But because House is against your name, it's like, I've seen House, you know? It
I feel like you're
depends.
metagaming, but because there's not much time, we should just go with that.
Alright, your name and Spriggan. Going up for a vote.
Your name is Spriggan.
I can see your name winning this one, mostly because people have no idea what Spriggan is, and your name was everywhere. Alright, thank you so much for listening to this long-ass Colosseum. I'm going to pause it next time we do this. Then let me know if you want me
Please
not to pause
Do-
it.
Yeah, let us know.
If you don't let me know, it's getting
If
paused.
you enjoy listening to us bicker, let us know.
Just let us know anyway. Just talk to us.
Just let us know
We're
something.
bored.
Or not. Just don't.
Look at Yotsukadoji.
Wait, was Spriggan 88? Oh,
Yeah.
98.
90. Look at Yotsukadoji though.
What was Yurikodoji?
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to vote on this fucking
Yeah.
poll. This is not how I imagine when you're like, no, it's heaps better. The art style's so good.
No, I mean like the animation as well. Also, it is much better than Yurikodoji.
So the little kid, it looks like it's from the corn video.
Also,
Look
you
up-
really shouldn't be looking at these. It's just giving away everything.
Alright. I'm taking nothing in.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
taken it all in.
As for this fucking thing.
86.
Ugh.
Okay.
Wow, I was
It's
one.
a little old.
Were you even around?
No, I'm not around. This year's like fucking, what, 86? So 3 years before me.
I should probably watch this in my own time.
No, I'll watch it with you.
I didn't mean on my own. I just meant in my
No.
own time. Alright, what the fuck's
It's
wrong
on
with
our
you?
time. Thank you so much for listening to this terrible
It's our time.
Colosseum.
Your time is his
If
time.
you want to get things a week earlier, check out the Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, thank you to Octane, Daddy Angry Lady, Daddy Jamie, Daddy Kane, Daddy Melissa, Double Daddy Dayan, and Double Daddy Dylan. Fuck your D's.
Triple D's.
There's so many D's in there.
So many days.
Can we get some people without the D in their name?
Can we get some Daniels, some David,
No.
some
No.
Dobbies?
Some Dylans.
Can we get some
We've
Dobbies?
got a Dylan.
Oh yeah, that's why I've heard. That's why I thought of the name.
That's right. I nearly said it. I'm like, Dobby.
Thank you so much. Go to Facebook and Twitter and Patreon if you want to vote out of Spriggan or
Please vote.
your name. Was it?
Please get
At
rid
least
of-
one person vote so we can break this tie.
Yeah. It's
No,
Spriggan in your name.
We get votes, right?
Yeah, but this is anime. They may just be like,
It's
"Fuck
true.
this."
Oh, Wicked City. That's a good movie. All right, till next time. Ta-ta. Say see ya.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ciao for now.
I'm gonna cry.
So emotional.
NPC